So today is Sunday. I think it's day 300 is it 350 or 4? Don't quote me on the day. Ooh, shit. I just flat ironed my hair last night and we were supposed to see the difference between rolling the hair forward and backwards and what would happen to the curls. So I curled this side towards my face and I curled this side away from my face and I rolled both the pin curls the exact same way to see if that would distort or change the volume in the hair. And yeah, what's up, man? So we gonna see what happens with these curls because I just flat ironed my hair yesterday, but I kind of slept on it heavy. So we gonna see. I already feel like because these dents from the curlers that I don't like it, but oh yeah, we gotta redo these curls. That's so sad. Well, let's look at the side that we didn't really sleep on. I gotta go back to doing flat pin curls. But yes, on day 350 some, don't quote me on a date. We're gonna talk about religion again today. Cause I got up this morning and I saw a post that said, if you were on top of the mountain, if you made it to the end, right, or you made it to the top of Mount, they always say you got, oh yes, bitch. Now these curls, see, I'm about to curl this side away from my face and pin them flat because yeah, these curls over here. Okay, per kitty. Um, yes, sir. All right, this bang a little edgy, but we gonna pin it into place and get it to lay down and do the right thing. Anywho, so I saw a post that said if you're a woman on the top of the mountain and you had to reach down and choose between saving your son, your husband, and your father, who you would save, or who would you save rather? And a lot of people were saying their son, of course, because I'm like, my son, the legacy of the family, the future. Like, I'm going to save my son every time. Fuck a husband, fuck a dad. They already had a life, respectfully. They've already lived and did what they had to do, which was create their seed. The son hasn't had the chance to create his legacy or his future. So I'm going to save his future opposed to a bunch of people who've already had their future, right? People were claiming, oh well, the Bible says the husband comes first, and the I'm looking at them like blink, blink, chicken head hoe. Y'all really be sitting here believing that the Bible is the only way and the only thing that is going to give you any kind of clarity on what to do in life, like basic instructions before leaving Earth. If the Bible's actual acronym is basic instructions before leaving Earth, and that's the most basic things that you got to know before leaving Earth, why the hell would you? Now, I guess they say because in order to travel, you need to use your man's rod and his staff to feel safe and travel, and then the son could hop on your man's rod and staff with you so y'all could travel to the next life, right? Because through the valleys of shadows and death, right? However, big on the however, sometimes the husband might be in a predicament where whatever they got going on, they can't really be that solid for you like you want them to be. They can't be as machismo as you'd like. Now, even past that, right? Let's get even deeper. Sometimes what the husband has going on mentally might not be the safest space for you to be in, right? To get you to the next destination, to get you to the next door, right? And in my head, I don't understand why a husband and a dad, when it comes to marriage, right? Because the father gives his daughter away to a husband for them to create life and create the legacy that the family will follow. I don't understand why two men wouldn't be working together to push the son up to his highest version and then figuring out a way together to get up. When it comes to simple, basic understandings of, I don't know, common damn sense. Like, you mean to tell me a grown ass man who's lived their life would expect you to leave your child at the bottom next to a valley of pit of snakes while you lift their grown asses up, and the child who don't have as much experience as them would then get the opportunity to be left behind or possibly pass or be injured or not even make it. You can't sit here and tell me that that's what people really genuinely are doing out here in these streets. Now, the women who said that they would rather save their dad instead of their husband, like, oh, you can always get another husband, you can always get another son, you can't get another dad. You created that child. What do you mean you can't get another one of that child? Like, you could always have another child, yes, but you can't get that child again. I don't know. For me, I just felt like offended by the whole entire thing because I'm like, nah, bro, no, ain't no fucking way, ain't no 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 way I'm choosing anything besides my son every time. I don't care if my son Joan on me, make me feel like I'm silly, slow, might be faster than me. He might have chose somebody over me. I'm choosing my son because I'm my son's chance of living every single time. I'm the one that gave him life. I'm not going to choose a grown man who has his own mother, his own aunties, his own sisters to help him up out of his mess. Right? And just like the father, I'm not going to choose a man who should have his own allies, own friends, own lifestyle, own group of his own relatives to help him up. I'm going to choose my child who relies on me for safety every single time. So this is not really about religion because it wasn't a religious thing, but a lot of people kept leaning on the Bible for their choices they made, saying that the Bible says you always should save your husband first. Now, I've not been formally married, right? But I've been in what we call spiritual marriages where you finally align your chakras completely with the person of the opposite sex, which is basically the same thing as marriage. Because back in the day, we didn't need no papers to tell us that we was married. We was just what we was. Hold on one second, y'all. Okay. Because, so I've never actually been physically married. But back in the day, we didn't need marriage to let us know that we were supposed to, align our chakras and become one body, one flesh with a person. I feel like once you have a kid with a person, you married them. Honestly, really unprotected sex that really takes you to the whole entire. What's up, Scat Dad? Honestly, I feel like unprotected sex actually really takes you to get into spiritual marriage because you transferring fluids and if the person hit the right spot, they all up in your brain cells anyway. And I feel like that's marriage of souls when you align your chakras to the highest degree with somebody. So for me to have not been actually physically married, but to have experienced spiritual marriage, I'm still choosing my son. I'll tap in with it. So for me, personally, I don't know. I just, based on what I understand about life, kids go first. Kids get fed first. Kids. I'm not one that's going to choose a man over a child ever because a child is more vulnerable. You understand? A child is more vulnerable than a man. A man should be able to pick himself up. A man should have strength, fortitude, friends that he can help or he can call to help him up while I'm helping my child. Like if my child is in the hospital or sick, you think I'm about to sit at home with my husband while my child is at the hospital? Like people got to really grow up and really get real. Like come on now. Choosing your husband over your children is the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Well, you need your husband to take care of your kids. Sorry, as a single mom, you don't need your husband for nothing. You. It's nice to have a mate, but you don't need your husband to help you take care of your kids. That's why there's so many single mothers out here now. Society breaks apart homes, especially in the Black community, with all the things that they offer us. But I'm never choosing no damn grown-ass man that should be able to get up, go to work, whatever he need to do over my children who are vulnerable. Gotta endure the same exact shit as us, as adults. You think children don't deal with spiritual warfare and know it? They know that they're going through spiritual warfare. Oh my God. So that little black thing that I was, like, you see that? I was trying to catch that. As soon as I touched it, it's like a black poof came out of it, child. And then as soon as I did that, somebody started banging on stuff upstairs. Y'all be thinking that sage and Palo Santo don't really clean out the atmosphere. I'm telling y'all, when I sage my son's room, that's when everything started getting weird in here. But anywho, yeah, we gonna be choosing the children over the men over here in this castle. Children go up. Men, y'all can figure it out. Y'all got friends, y'all got homies, y'all got partners, y'all got a mommy. Ask her to lift you up. You're not gonna tell me to lift you up and not our kid. And you're not gonna be sitting here reaching for my hand and not picking our kid up on your shoulder. Like, are you crazy? Why does that even matter? That's none of your business. So here we go. It says, let Christ live through you. The life I now live in the body, I live by faith and by adherence and reliance on the complete trust in the Son of God who loved me and gave himself up for me. Galatians 2:20. Some people need to unlearn some things before they can start learning what God wants for them. For example, some people try to manipulate others with their self-pity or anger. They believe these emotional tools will get what they want from others. Some people who have been hurt or abused feel they have to take care of themselves because nobody else will. Both attitudes display the common fear. What about me? What about me? But Paul offers us a life-changing principle to follow. I've been crucified with Christ and I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. Galatians 2:20. When Christ lives through you, you will enjoy every day of your life. Okay, so there's two things there that I'm picking up on. I'm fully behind that message. However, it says, I've been crucified and I no longer live, but Christ lives in me and through me. When people expect you to just give it up, just do whatever, Oh, what do you mean boundaries? What do you mean? I mean that when we have boundaries and we put things in place, things like, I don't know, nature, our environment are easier to inhabit and take control of. You see, people who know that, they operate on the opposite of that. Remember this, guys. And I want you to remember this very clearly and very honestly as I tell you this. And I'm not saying this to manipulate you like the book might try to get you to allude to. Slavery happened, right? When we were slaves, they taught us Christianity. Okay? They taught us Christianity while we were slaves. Christianity is only 2,000 years old. Okay? Humans have been along and alive longer than 2,000 years. Okay? So when people tell me that they rely on the Bible to make decisions about who they're going to save, and when it comes to a crisis, and they choose their husbands over their children, who are innocent beings that rely on them for life to save, I think you are fucking nuts. Because that book is only 2,000 years old. Children have been being born for billions of years, ions. I'm not saving no man over no kid ever. Not no grown-ass man. Ever. There's nothing wrong with Jesucristo. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. But that shit is only 2,000 years old. This right here, comedics was definitely around long before Christianity. Okay? This puts the woman on top and the man on the bottom to push the woman up, because the woman has intuition and connection to the spirit realm that most men don't usually get the chance to experience, because they're in their lower chakras, creating stability, helping create and helping being the confidence for the family. But then you're meeting each other at the heart, whereas where you share the love at. Okay. So for me, I personally am never going to save a man over a kid. I'm never going to bow to a man before I bow to a child, because a child relies on me for nourishment, nutrients, love, support, security, mental stability. A man does rely on me for those things as well, but we're both grown, and he can go to his mom if he needs to be counseled until his mom passes away, or he can go to a therapist, and he can come to me after I take care of the kids. And because look, don't you wait till your kids go to sleep at night to have sex with your man? Or are you making sure that you have sex with your man early in the morning before you feed your kids breakfast? That's actually why I got in a fight with my ex the last time he was over my house. Because instead of me doing a deed for him in the middle of the night, which all night long we had it on and popping. It was popping from 11 p.m., 12 a.m., all the way up until maybe 5, 4 o'clock in the morning. Kept going to sleep, waking back up, going to sleep, waking back up, trying something new. But then when it was time for it to be morning time, and I'm like, okay, my kid got to go to school today and XYZ. He said, come on, one more time. I'm like, nah, I gotta get up and go in the kitchen and go start breakfast because my kid's gonna be up. So I want him to be able to have a plate of food before we do anything else. And this man came in my kitchen and said, take me home right now. Take me home. And picked up my potatoes off my countertop that I had cut up and threw them all over the floor. Okay? I'm not choosing a man over a kid ever. I asked the same man. He said he wanted to give out food to the homeless. I said, can my son get one of them sandwiches? Or my son was like, can I get one? I was like, I don't know. Go ask him. And then I went in the room to ask him. And he was like, no, dog, no. What the fuck? No. But he said when I came back after taking my son to his friends, he said, I said that because I didn't want to be involved. You should have just let the boy have a sandwich. I'm like, whatever, bruh. Any man would have been like, he would have heard it and been like, it's all right, bruh. Go ahead, get one. And then that would have been it. So I think you need to really sit here and take into consideration what's really being created in this world that we're in. Right? Because a lot of people are relying on the Bible to tell them what to do when it comes to who to save and who to put ahead of who in the family. But the Bible is only 2,000 years old. We've been doing this since the beginning of time. Women come first because there's no children without the woman's womb. You got to get a woman pregnant, and the body has to accept your sperm in order to create the kid. At the point where y'all's bodies have made the decision that, yes, we are going to be parents, the kid comes first. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Once the body has said, yes, we're doing this. Yes, this is what we've planned to do. Yes, this is our job. This is our goal. We're giving up our lives as individuals, as single adults, to become these things instead. At the point where your life has made that decision, and that is the decision, that's now where we're headed. Like, it's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's no in between. It's no maybe. It's no, oh, I think. No, your kids come first. I don't give a fuck what your Bible says, because the Bible was written by some man. Not a woman wrote any scripture in that book. Okay? Just remember that too when you make these decisions. Not one woman had a say so in what went in the Bible. Okay? All right. All right, guys, we get it. We clear. So we saving our children, and then we're going to expect these men to lift themselves up because they confident kings that were raised by able-bodied women, and they know how to get to the bag. Right? Right? We saving our kids, right? Okay. Just making sure that I appreciate you. Thank you for the compliment regarding to my hair. I'm from DC, Maryland, in the United States. So let me know where y'all are tapping in from, what countries, what cities, what states y'all are tapping in from. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this sermon because, Yeah, they say people will say, oh, like, I don't know, something about her word today is going against what I said, but like, let Christ live through you. Like, oh, what about me? What about what I need and all of that? Choose them kids over that man. Well, shout out to y'all in South Africa. Hold on, my ear ringing. Right ear's ringing. Choose them kids every single time. Because kids can't defend themselves as best as adults can, okay? Choose them kids. You made them kids. You gave up your life to become a parent. You gave up your life as a single person to do everything to make sure these kids make it to the next mark. Like, you know that when it come down to it, and you got to decide, am I going to live or my kid going to live? You're going to decide your kid, right? My kid going to live. Okay. Ain't no way you going to sit here and tell me you had a kid and your choice is going to be you or your husband over your kids. You got to be out your lily fucking mind and tell me you choosing a man over some children. All right. Now that we got y'all here, we're going to go ahead and do this general collective reading for everybody in the room. If you do not want me to read your energy, feel free to leave now, because I'm reading the energy of everyone in the room and the collective, anyone that's part of my collective. We've already saged the space. I want to thank my angels and ancestors and divine beings of the highest white light for coming through at this time to help me cleanse and clear my space. Call on my ancestors and all the Archangel Gabriel and Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael and Archangel Metatron to surround me at this time and to clear my space and to clear my shoulders so that the message that I transmute is going to be one of the highest, greatest good, and clearest conscious. Thank you. Okay, let's get straight into it. Spirit, what are the messages for the collective today? First thing I get is death, rebirth, and offer. So be ready for rebirth, abundance, and offer from the spirit realm from your ancestors. Ancestors are protecting you at this time. This card wanted to come out so bad, but it didn't, but I saw it. So I'm going to mention it. Honorable mention. King of Pentacles. Ancestor says you will be of star quality. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm going to cover her up. And this star quality will bring you peace and harmony in your life. Is the King of Cups that wants to also assist you or become a star with you. Something about this King of Cups and the star quality. But let's get into the actual reading. That was a pre-shuffle. Oh, dang. That came out quick. A King of Swords is looking or aware or paying attention or doing magic with the Magician card. King of Swords. That's a Aries. That's an air sign masculine. So that's a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius masculine is trying to do magic on you at this time. So be wary of that. Yeah, stay conscious. Because they want a Two of Cups partnership with you. They see that their love at first sight that they never acted on was worth acting on. They want spiritual evolution with you. A Queen of Cups. A water sign woman. So Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, female is trapping death at this time or figuring out how to stop death or has trapped death or trapped what feels like death. Stopped it for her own self. Isolation, solitude, or meditation be great for you at this time. Excuse me. Ten of Cups. divine feminine energy being transferred to you at this time, or is now finally going to be hitting the forefront at this time? Somebody's coming out of imposter syndrome. So someone's finally realizing who they are and who they aren't at this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I get it. Okay, the man that brought spark or flame to the scenario is dun, da, 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 a King of Cups. Water sign masculines, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer male. 9, 10, 11. For favorable outcome. This will create a unusual partnership with a child or with someone. Someone will conjure up a partnership in the background because of it. But be mindful of your children, though, because people love to use kids. They got that fresh energy. People will sexually manipulate your child if you don't pay attention. There's going to be some harmony that's going to come through. Still be, look, it's still at the bottom of the deck. Be mindful of that child. Ooh, as soon as I tried to shuffle it off of the bottom of the deck on purpose, all the cards fell. Yeah. Heavy on be mindful of your child. And the only card that landed in my hand was the Hermit card, which is getting away from things that disgust you or bring you dis-ease in the body. Okay. Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So that's a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini woman. Fire sign masculine just popped out with some kind of betrayal. Someone's going to jail. A Leo, a Sagittarius, or Aries. This could be spiritual or physical jail. Take what applies. Because they were being selfish. Four of Pentacles is a selfish card. You see the king has his foot over top of the coins, like he's not letting nothing go. Very selfish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just got tired and dizzy. Okay. Somebody throwing bows out here. It came out again. Spiritual abundance or something is going to come through with a relationship with this King of Pentacles, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo masculine. But the devil energy is coming out. So devil energy in the upright usually signifies experiencing sensuality or express sensuality, sexuality openly without judgment or, you know, like understanding is different ways to live life. Like depending on what chakra you want to live in, you know, this is your creative space. So if you want to create things, you got to create with creative energy, which is sexual energy. That's why you use sex to create babies. And people who do sex magic usually like think about things they want to manifest while they're having sex. So I'm not, hey, don't do it on the internet, of course, because you get you a virus, a sexually transmitted demon out here. So if you want the internet right now, close your spaces up. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. Close it all down, of course. But in the upright, the devil card speaks to expressing sensuality freely to create the reality that you want. In the reverse, It's lust, you know, sloth, over sexualizing, and just unfavorable energy. But it came out in the upright with this Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy, earth sign energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Celebrity card at the bottom of the deck, or mastery card at the bottom of the deck. Queen of Swords came back out again. That's that red coat spiderweb energy too. I don't know. I still don't like the devil card, even in the upright, personally. But that's the Bible talk, right? Okay, the strength card came out. All right, you're going to have some strength because you will end up with some kind of Three of Swords heartbreak. You see, they robbing this man for everything they got. Look, I was up yesterday, child, and they took a lot up out of me. Hold on 1 second. Okay. This just fell out in the middle of my fingers like this. Queen is up. The High Priestess. That's the end of that spread. The High Priestess is a feminine that has access to the dream world, intuition, premonitions, things of that sort, divine feminine energy, divine feminine principles. I am a High Priestess, as you know, people who work with divination, cards, and spirituality. I did have an interesting dream last night. I don't know if I should share it with you guys on the internet, though. Long story short, I had access to baby dragons. Like people hadn't seen baby dragons in so long, and then I had like 3, and people were like, "How you get 3 dragons? That's not fair. They're not real." And then I showed them that they were real. They're like, "Oh my god!" I actually had that in my song. I said, "I'm Khaleesi taming dragons now. I ain't average now." So it's like, yeah, it's like manifested world card, favorable outcome for you, or for the High Priestess, or just favorable outcome in general for the population. Again, the watch out for your kids card is at the bottom of the deck again. You have an overflow of abundant feminine energy, and it's really in abundance, and people want it. So be careful, because your child is also attached to your feminine energy. So be mindful of that. Let's do a deck breakdown. If you play the lottery, this is the most interesting portion of the read. I break down each suit and count it out and give you a more in-depth reading of each particular suit. I'll explain, just like cards, tarots have suits, wands, cups, or cups or chalices, pentacles, and major arcana, and then swords. Wands deal with the fire, the spirit, and origins. Cups deal with the soul, water, and flow. Pentacles deal with the earth, material abundance, and swords deal with the mind, art, and suffering. So you know, choose wisely what you want to take from each one of these suits. I'll re-explain it as I go through each one. And yeah, we can get on with the reading so you can find out more about what this reading means for you specifically in the collective. Of course, this is a generalized reading though, so be mindful of that. So for the first number, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can write that down. This is fire, which is your spirit, your origins, generational curses, things like that. King of Wands, a fire sign in the family. Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries is looking to find harmony and bring a spark because they were feeling some kind of imposter syndrome, but they're realizing that they have to make a very important decision at this time to make sure things go their way. Also, love at first sight. So understanding you were their first love, or whether that means, hey, I don't judge. You know, sometimes you do fall in love with your mom or your father when it comes to Freud, and that's what you look for in a partner. Maybe you're somebody fell in love with you instead of their mother because you were like a mother figure to them. So based on that, they want to harmonize with you because they understand how essential you are to their life path, and they don't want to give that up. Okay, for the soul, we have number, so that was 5. So the number now is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The second number 6. This is water, which is your soul, your flow. Story goes, you have an drainable, essential, vital source of energy that's going to make somebody want to create a partnership with you. It may be a King of Cups, a water sign, which is a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, and this can bring a lot of blessings because this rainbow serpent represents feminine energy. So be mindful of that. You may be a Queen of Cups, or you may know a Queen of Cups. Again, a water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. There's something there. A Two of Cups partnership, a favorable partnership between those two. So, you know, your soul is calling for you to do that. Your spirit's calling for a fire sign to heal generational curses and things of that sort, or keep the family alive. But your soul is asking that you make the partnership with the water sign. So let's go into the pentacles. Let's see what the pentacles say. The number for pentacles is 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is Earth, money, material world, 3D, where we're at right now. And this says you'll find lots of abundance if you go with this King of Pentacles. You'll have a lot of spiritual background backup, but this person is selfish and stingy with their resources. So they got it, but they selfish, and it's all spiritual. Their spirit is abundant. So if you want to think about, even though this is material world, their spirit is rich. They have a lot of spiritual connections, a lot of spiritual energy, because you know energy cannot be created nor destroyed. So if you have a lot of energy in the spirit, that manifests into something physically. Okay, next number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5, 6, 4, 5 is the numbers. This is the swords, which deals with air, art, and suffering. And in that space, we have someone did try to break your heart and they got stabbed in the back. Someone's going to jail or is in jail because of it. You have to meditate a little bit more and get into solitude, because trapping death has been a very, very important thing, especially for you when it comes to this King of Swords, just trapping that deathly ending or whatever. Something happened between you and this King of Swords. So each king came out in each deck. We had the King of Wands come out. We had the King of Swords come out. We had the King of Pentacles come out, and we had the King of Cups come out. So all the kings come out. So baby girl, you lucky, or baby boy, because tarot is genderless. You got every single type of king at your doorstep, at your disposal, wanting to create some kind of bond with you or have some kind of relationship with you. Take into account what's going on here, because when you master all 4 suits, you get you an emperor. So maybe be patient and wait for Emperor to come through that's master all 4 of those suits instead of just going for one of those options. I don't know. Do what pleases your soul, right? So then we have Major Arcana. The number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 5, 6, 4, 5, 6. There's a pattern there. Maybe that number is important. Look it up. 5, 4, 6, 5, 4, 6, 5, 6. Okay, we have the World card here. Favorable outcome for a high priestess, or based on what you know intuitively. Because of the strength. This Devil card is energy you're willing to leave behind in order to truly unlock your magic. So maybe you're the high priestess and everybody want a piece of the high priestess. Be mindful of your position on the board and never ever sell yourself short. That's how you get what's best for you, and you don't end up in a distracted situation with some crazy ass fool. And you get to you. Okay? You get to your bag. Because all these men might come with abundance, but where's yours at? Don't let somebody trick you into following them just so they can use you to make money off of you. You know, yes, partnership is very important, but don't get used and abused by these guys out here because, child, look, like I said, you got access to every single king in the deck. The Pentacles got a whole bunch of it, but selfish. The soul cup, the cups, they just want you because they know that you got an undeniable source of energy that's everlasting. So they're like, well, we could do this soul thing forever, but you're gonna be drained. And in the fire sign, they're like, oh, you were the first person that ever gave a damn about me, and I want to keep this relationship with you after being an asshole. And then the swords comes with reminding yourself to stay alone, so you trap death. Like, you want to be isolated and in suffrage and alone for forever just because the art of it is you're mastering yourself. Like, choose whatever is most, because no queens came out in the deck, all kings came out. So this was a energy or a message really focused on masculine energy or how men feel about the collective. So this is really heavy on, this was I think this was a reading for the feminine. Because, I mean, unless you know you swing that way, and I'm not mad at you if you do, but that was all kings that came out there. Not one queen came out through that whole reading. The only person that came out as a queen or a woman was a high priestess. So it's a decision for a high priestess to make about who she's marrying. Because, you know, it's about that time. Everybody's looking like, so, who you gonna choose for your eternity? Y'all, did y'all see the movie Eternity came out on Thanksgiving? So ironic. They're like, so who you want to spend Thanksgiving with? The person that you lived with or did life with for, I think she did 32 years of marriage or 30-something years of marriage with some person. And she had the opportunity to go back to this dude that she like dated when she was in like high school or something. The person who she wished she could have found out what love would have been like with them. Had she actually like focused on it. So it's very much given like, ooh, look at that. And look at what card just came out. Emergence, love, compassion. So they want you to emerge because this love is going to bring you into some kind of celebration and get things moving like the river. I'm trying to tell you, everybody's like, so who is the man going to be? Who is the person that's going to get you through this portal? Because you got to choose which guy before the full moon comes, who you're going to spend the next 21 days with. Because you know every 21 days, like you have a period, your womb kills itself and sheds everything and becomes sad because it didn't get to create something, or you know you created something but it wasn't physical, or like it wasn't a baby but you created something. So your womb is asking you, who are you choosing to go through this full moon portal with? But the iceberg submerged card comes because you're submerging how you truly feel about somebody. So you truly feel a certain kind of way about one of these kings or all of these kings, but you're submerging it because you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. You don't want to you care about what other people think, but you got to think about the volatility in living your life. Like, you see this passion between these two people, how it's blowing up like a volcano. You know, at the end of the day, one thing for certain, two things for sure. Exchanging energy is what's going to keep the day going. If you got somebody that's got a good vibe to keep the day going, then you good. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. I was like, spiritually, because if you in the spirit realm with me, you understand how spiritual we are at this point. You elevated, and you not leaning towards dying and scared and all that shit. And you understand the mind and living and positivity and how everything is mental still, since we living in our minds at this point. I called on my brother's energy. I'm like, hey, bro, like, you know, I'm talking to my family mentally, like, you know, having a conversation. This is sidebar. But energy was strong, energy was there, energy was potent. Car started with no problem. I'm like, dang. Last dude I used to talk to, the relying on him, I gotta jump my car battery every single day. I'm like, oh my God, like, this is not cool. Like, we can't do this. This not gonna work. I'm tired of having to jump my car every single day. So yesterday when I went outside to my car to go to the store, I have to jump my car. And I even came out the grocery store and it was a little shaky because it's like, so who energy am I actually with right now? You know, who am I really with? Not really understanding which one of these kings it was that was courting me through this experience. My car kind of was like, oh, I'm like, oh, I got to jump it. I said, hold on. And I called on, you know, a particular energy. I'm like, okay. So if I need to look a certain kind of way out in public, because look, drumline, if one of us looks and sound bad, we all look and sound bad. So who am I rolling with out here in these streets? Oh, okay. Then you need to be my damn security guard. When I'm outside, you make sure I'm safe and vice versa. Okay. And then when I called on that energy, boom, the car went back and started again. You gotta understand, life is electricity. You gotta have voltage going. So the conversation is for this high priestess, which one of these men is going to give you the right voltage to get you through the destination where you want to go for this next journey, this next endeavor, this next 21 days. You have a goal that you have to get done, and y'all know that 3AI Atlas or 3I Atlas thing is supposed to be like coming direct on the 12th of next month. On 12/12, ironically, that's also the day I'm supposed to be opening up my salon space. So before this happens, this 3I Atlas thing comes online. So before this thing come online, I'm gonna need you to figure out who is it going to be. Basically, is what the universe is saying right now. If you don't already have a mate, who is the person going to be? It don't even got to be, you know, sexual, because energy can be created simply through spiritual agreement. It don't got to be physical. It could be sensual, but it don't got to be physical. Who is it going to be? So we got the cloud shape-shifting card right here. And we got ebb and flow. Go with the flow. It's time for you to shape-shift into your best version of yourself and go with the flow. So if you know that you're going to be a musician or artist, right? What do musicians and artists do every day? They make music every day. So it's every day we need to see you making songs, freestyling, making beats, you know, doing that. If that's what you working on, that's what you want to curate in the next few months, that's what's going to be. But me, I'm already making contracts and signing up saying I want to go ahead and be this hairstylist again and open up my salon, because as a Sagittarius, the thing is, I'm good at everything I do, right? So I got to make the decision to, boom, open up the salon space, find me some workers eventually, very soon, whatever, and then be able to make that money and then step out of the salon so I can focus on working on my music and stuff. That's really the goal here, right? So as a person who wants to do that, what do I need to do? I went straight to my hair school. I spoke to the girls at the hair school like, hey, yada yada bing bang boom, this is the plan, this is what we doing, what y'all want to do, y'all want to join? Yeah, blah, 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 you know, all that good stuff. Become who you are ready to be. There's no such thing. Look, wind activation card, period. Become who you're ready to be. It's no, oh, I want to be this person one day. Look, and call on your ancestors' energy. Okay? For generations, they've been waiting for this to happen. Somebody to make that money legally and free people from and get in synergy with each other. So they're asking you, you know, at this point, so what do we want to do? And you ask yourself, so if I want to be the successful salon owner, what do they do every day? They wake up, they check the books, they check the emails, they send emails out to the girls. They say, okay, so we're going to be working on this lesson. So everybody who's going to be working at the salon, this is the kind of wigs we're going to be making. I want you to train in making this kind of wig. I want you to also come to me, and we need to learn how to make these kinds of wigs. So I need y'all to get like, I ask everybody, get 3 bundles and a frontal. We're going to figure out how to make a frontal wig. I'm going to show y'all what I do, and I'm going to show you how I do it. If you ever need to use the sewing machine to make a wig or make an order, you can come to the salon space and you can use my sewing machine at any given time to make a wig. I have no problem with that. So on and so forth. Yada yada bing bang boom. Also, we're gonna on this day we're gonna figure out how to make closure wigs. I'm gonna show you how I double my wefts. I'm gonna show you what kind of hair I use, what brand of hair I use. I want you guys to also sell this version of hair to your clients. I know that you guys can make sales and do your own hair, but we want to sell them the best kind of wigs. Now, if they want to have a different quality, we also have a different quality level of hair that they can order from. We have a vendor who sells that, blah 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 blah. But this is about us making money as a business. I know you guys want to undercut and sometimes get the money for yourselves, but if we're working as a business, this is what we're doing. This is the standard. This is what we're using. This is the products. If you want to be that, you gotta be that. It's no, oh, well, I mean, I used to do hair 10 years ago and like, nah, none of that looking up in the sky. Like, look at these are your employees. You're a boss now. If that's what you want to be, you got to be that. It's no in between. So this is the season where it's like, okay, full moon is coming because you know when the full moon comes, it's completing a cycle and you're releasing the shit that you don't want anymore. And you're now bringing in the new stuff by new moon promise to manifest for the next 21 days before your next period, before your next shedding, before your next letting go, before your next release. What are you going to do for the next 21 days? That's what a period cycle and the moon cycle is all about. People be so confused about what the woman's body is saying. That's why the ocean, when a full moon come, the ocean and the waves be like, and the water on the planet be like, and we all be all emotional because we all are 80% water. So the magnitude and the ocean and all those energies and all that shit during a full moon. That's why women are supposed to be on their period and get emotional, and it's literally a whole entire cycle that we all are on. That's why I'm pissed off, because I was on the right cycle. I'm not gonna lie. When I was with the King of Cups, I was coming on my period during the full moon like I'm supposed to. I'm like, oh shoot, I'm back in alignment. Okay, period. I'm back in alignment. I'm coming on my period during the full moon. Like, I ain't did this in a few months. I've been trying to figure out why I couldn't. It's happening again. Oh shit. We broke up. My damn period started coming at the beginning of the damn this. I'm like, because I'm like, who am I aligned with? And I realized I'm living in my mom's house, and my mom's the only woman in her house, so she has no woman to help her stabilize her cycle with the moon. It's just her by herself in the house with a whole bunch of boys. Even both of the dogs is boys. I'm like, why the hell didn't you get a girl dog? Like, what the hell in your mind said don't get a girl dog, get a boy dog instead? Like, what the fuck? Anyway, you need women. We literally become a part of each other when we move around each other, and we end up having the same exact period, days, dates. So you need to be aligned with women who are in tune with the nature. All these women be aligned with all these men thinking, oh yeah, I'm a boss, I got all these niggas behind me. Baby girl, you need women attached to you so that you can have a womb that is in sync with womanhood, and all the women are using their energy on this day to manifest. We're off kilter because we're not aligned with the women. We need to be aligned with the women whose wombs are aligned with the moon, because the moon is feminine energy. Duh, what the fuck? Hold on. Did we forget that? Did we forget that part? Oh. Everybody's spiritual, but they don't want to realize that part of life. Okay. The moon, release cycle, releasing, release. Okay. Complete that cycle. That's why right here on the full moon card, it says completion. You've completed a cycle. If you got pregnant, you completed the cycle and you don't release your endometrium lining. You've completed becoming pregnant. So for the next 21 days, now it's time for you to take your vitamins, your prenatals. The full moon is an indicator of completion, because when you completed a cycle, you release everything from that didn't serve you. You have the period. Boom. Now the new moon promise, because let's go to the new moon promise card. It's in here somewhere. Hold on. Let me look for it right quick. The new moon promise card will show you. Where is it? Hold on. Where's my new moon promise card? Wait a second. Is one of my cards missing out of my deck? New beginnings. That's a dawn. Yeah, dawn. Okay, new moon. All right, here we go. The new moon is when the moon looks like this little sliver in the sky, like barely a crescent moon. You see a new relationship starting to form. They're looking at the horizon. Promise. You promise yourself things when a new moon comes around because the completion has happened. So new moon comes, you write down things that you want to manifest. You write down things you want to see. You start making the plan. So on this day, I need to get this many people to do this. On this day, we need to take this wig class. On this day, we need to do this braiding class. On this day, I want to see you guys get your mannequin and do these braids while you're in school. On this day, I want to see you guys do this. Okay, on this day, I need to see this. Write that shit down and manifest it. On this day, I need to make sure I'm gonna ABC XYZ. On this day, you know, you write down things like that. Oh, by the end, by the next full moon cycle, we gonna make $1,000 a week again. We gonna do it by doing this. We gonna make this much money each day. We're gonna provide this service on Tuesdays. It's all about this. On Wednesdays, it's all about. You gotta write all this stuff down. I write all my stuff down, but I didn't write it down during a full moon. I mean, I didn't write it down during the new moon. I wrote it down when it's like a waning or waxing moon. I forget that part. I think it's waxing when it's coming in, and then waning is when it's starting to fade away, if I'm not mistaken. But we gotta have our periods and our wombs in tune with the moon. So I gotta go find the girlies who's having a period while the moon is here and get all the other wombs back in alignment. Like I'm starting to get back there because my period skipped like a few times, so I could get back in alignment with the moon. What's up to you guys in Australia? Hello, mate. No, we stop. I tried it, but yeah, you gotta get your womb aligned with the moon. The moon cycles, because that's what we're supposed to be. The waves, that's when all the magic is happening. Everybody's out. Like when it's a full moon, you don't take your ass outside if you ain't got to. Okay, I be telling my son, you ain't got to go to school during the full moon. Okay, that's when the fucking werewolves and people, that's when I got choked out. You see these scars on my neck? I'm dating somebody who was literally, he I don't know if he know, he probably do know, he had that werewolf symbol in his forehead. Baby, I'm a dog. I'm a mutt. Look here, it's coming back right now. It's popping up on my forehead right now. He already like, well, you called me. You called me. Look, y'all saw it pop up immediately, right? It's all energy. So yeah, he be going wild. He got mad that day. The werewolf in him came out. He damn near killed my ass. You don't fucking listen to me. Whoa, shit. Hey, come on. I know you got the werewolf blood in you, but motherfucker, I'm a she-wolf. I will fuck you up in this bitch, okay? He was trying to choke me. I lifted his little ass up off his feet with just my neck. Nigga, you think you a werewolf? I'm gonna show your ass a fucking she-wolf, bitch. Don't think I'm hairy as fuck for a reason, okay? Don't let this red hair fool you. My hair is black. I got Native American ancestors, motherfucker. Don't play with me. The moon come out and we on a Native American soil, my ancestors' soil, and you trying to kill me because you think you a little wolf? Talking like, I'm a dog. I'm gonna show your ass a dog, bitch. I'm gonna show your ass a bitch. Anyway, back to the main point of this, right? Let's get on back to it. That was supposed to be funny. That was supposed to be the break where we actually got into being funny instead of so spiritual and serious. So, you want to flex my muscles? All right. Ugh. But I don't really like flexing my muscles because I be trying to. I'm not about to howl. You're tripping out. Like. Okay, so on the flip side of everything. Okay, we have the golden elimination parasite detox. Okay. Oh God, the ex-boyfriend then came up in the room, Lord, today. My voice is starting to get all cracky. He's like, "Oh, you called me? Oh God, get out of here." Oh no, actually, it's not him. It's somebody else. Oh, the little star baby, the little Anunnaki boy just came and just woke up. Okay. All right, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go take care of him. Because he just woke up. I see him tapping in. He's like, wait, mama. I gotta go take care of my baby. All right, parasite detox capsules. I take these every single day. So if you don't know, I am a herpes positive woman. I've had herpes since I was 17 years old. Yep. I've had herpes since I was 17. I curated this pill in order to kill the herpes virus in the body and bring copacetic harmony in the body and also kill all parasites. So if it can kill the hemoth worm, which is the virus and the worm responsible for herpes, it can kill all other parasites and all other worms. You take 4 of these a day, every day, first thing in the morning with just nothing on your stomach. Make sure you're also not eating after 8 p.m. so that your stomach is nice and empty by the time you wake up. Take these, don't eat till 12. Take them again, take 2 with every single meal if you need to do a deep detox. And I promise you, skin will clear up, herpes outbreaks will clear up. Take it consistently every single day, 4 capsules a day, first thing in the morning. You won't have to see any outbreaks at all. Okay? The capsules contain, I know everyone's curious now, blessed thistle for inflammation, burdock root to cleanse the blood, cascara sagrada is a natural laxative cleanser to cleanse the gut and the second brain, hyssop is the holy healing herb, nettle heals cuts and wounds, hibiscus to balance the hormones, prickly ash bark is an antiseptic, wormwood to cleanse the lymphatic system, yarrow root specifically geared to eliminate the hemoth worm, and then yellow dock also geared towards cleansing the lymphatic system. And then I also added in oil of oregano, which is very much known to kill the herpes virus, but you're supposed to only take 2 drops of the oil of oregano a day. I put 2 drops in each capsule to make it extra strong and extra stringent. Okay, it's a very concentrated oil of oregano, so it should really help kick that that virus out of your body if you need to. I'm not showing my tattoo. Stop asking me, bro. I'm about to block you because you're doing too much. I'm not showing off no tattoos. Like, my tattoo, what you can see right here is enough. That's it. That's all you need to see. You see her? That's her. That's me. That's all you need to see. Woo! Hallelujah. Okay. So now that we got that reading done, let me go ahead and do the last part of the reading and get y'all up out of here, because I'll be having y'all in here for too long sometimes, and y'all be just getting all comfortable and just incubating and stuff. A sweetheart in a family. Okay, so you're the sweetheart of the family, to be trusted. You manifest and people are concerned about your manifestations. A child and a priest are at war again. That nigga always fighting my son. I'm so tired of him. Leave him alone, child. Damn. I've never seen a grown man that want to fight a kid so bad. Well, then again, I'm lying. Every single man I know want to fight my son. Well, he was trained by one of the best. His daddy was, he was number 1. Let that boy live, man. Y'all be doing too much. Anyway, let's go ahead. You got some flying monkeys over top of you right now. You got some flying monkeys. So some spiritual spies, some assholes, some you already know who's trying to block you. They're like, how you get all the way up here? You not spiritual enough. You didn't come through us. We're the spiritual warriors. We're the ones. Child, I'm a sweetheart. That's why. You see the hair color? It match. You see that? My favorite color, green. I'm supposed to be up here, whether I'm with y'all or not. Y'all don't want me in y'all group, so what you thought I was going to, like, not still be myself and not still achieve? Like, you're creating herbs and being a psychic. Only we do that. You got to be a part of our group. We got to give you the seal of approval to do that on these streets. No, you don't. You just got to be okay with the fact that I do it. Like, I'm out here like everybody else. What's the problem? Like, let's cut the cheese. Like, let's cut all the... What's the problem with me being outside and being good at what I do? But men, they just want to come through and just do the worst. They want to embarrass you, humiliate you, put you on OnlyFans behind the scenes. Does live streaming help me mentally? No, live streaming is just what I do to relay messages that get downloaded in my dreams and stuff, and also share what I've learned in my life. They want you in bliss. They say you are supposed to be in bliss. Hold on one second, y'all. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Woo. Yep, Earth Angel at the bottom of the deck. Okay, that was a lot that just came out. So it came out in this order. Somebody wants to give you real love. It's a love offer. It's a divine masculine. But then these two cards came up behind it. This is to an ice queen, but it's manipulation. So they want to give you love just so they could tie you down, basically. That gives the King of Swords energy. I'ma love you because we contracted to make sure that one of us is your husband to keep your ass down, because see, you one of them powerful ass women that if you stand up and get all the women like Beyonce, but you ain't got no Jay-Z to put you in your place, then you gonna end up shaking the whole world up. See, the one thing about Beyonce, she powerful, but they got her husband to check her ass. Respectfully, queen. We all know how that go. So the man will still do stupid stuff like kind of cheat, kind of do dumb stuff, kind of do wrong. And then when he finally realized, like when Beyonce was like, okay, nigga, you really? All right, I will leave. I will go disappear to different hotels and make music videos. Clap, 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 clapping on it. My foot up, my foot up. Hold on. Like she was about to leave. That's what the whole album was about. I will leave. And he made the album 444. Like, then she made Lemonade. When men finally realize a strong woman will leave you. I don't give a rat's ass about that shit. I will leave your ass. It was a message to a divine feminine from a ice king. Like, I don't give a fuck about that. I will leave you. That's when they're like, okay. Baby, I'm sorry. Publicly, I will apologize to you in front of all these people. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. What gift do you want? What you need me to buy you? I don't care. Please don't leave. If he ain't gonna do that, he ain't your man. Every relationship goes through it. I'm starting to realize, like, you go to that point where it's like, all right, nigga, I'm gonna leave then. And if he don't come back, then you know he not the one. Because a man who really wants you, he gonna go through all of it to get you back. He don't care if his friends laughing at him, his parents laughing at him, his mother, his sister, his cousin, his homeboy. He don't care. He like, I want her. She is essential to my life. I will do anything. A lot of them get you back though and start acting stupid again though. That's the problem. But a man who really wants you, he gonna get your. But look, so look on the bottom of the deck. Self-love is the best love. Don't abandon yourself this go round, okay? Because that's what they expecting you to do, just so they can abuse you again. Because they're truly obsessed with you, and they have a false narrative saying that you're the one that's obsessed with them. But they're obsessed with you because they got this lust demon on them, okay? And they want to commit that lust demon and themselves to you through fucking rituals and weird shit. But you're too divine for that shit, okay? So, and your abundant ass energy is what they really are after, because they don't want to die. Because you have a lot of life left in you, because you know how to balance the scales in your own life. They don't know how to do that. Or some people really are already like, you know, if you know what you know, then you know what you know. So people be needing energy sources because of the veil. Some people are in different dimensions than you because they've crossed over, but in their reality, they're still alive and well in front of their community. But they're really going through this behind the scenes. And it's why they need you. And they be like, hello from the other side. Are you awake now? You get what's going on? People be in spiritual poverty asking you for help. Then come around you and steal from you to take back to their own reality to look like a boss in their reality. They want you to come move into their house. But you're a high priestess. You too smart for that. You see what's going on. Look. You see what's going on. You see what's going on. And they're jealous and envious because of it. Surprisingly, you're not the one who has hate in your heart. Something about this LGBTQ. Somebody is LGBTQ. Somebody's down low. And you got an achievement because of it. It's your job to... Look, okay, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I see your ass. Killing these dead-ass niggas up off the streets, and they're concerned about it. Look, I broke the deck in half. They're concerned about it. They want you confused in illusion and in bondage. If you're a divine being, they're getting their karma right now. So you got to stand away. So that's why this full moon is very vital that you find women to connect to. Okay? Women to elevate and grow with. Women to merge wombs with. Because women are healthy. Men usually are the vampires by nature. They stick their dicks inside of us. They are the plug looking for electricity. Okay? It's nothing wrong with it, but essentially that's exactly what it is. Now, there are the feminine vampires, but usually 9 times out of 10, they're mostly men. But they're looking for a source to plug back into because mama is like, get the fuck out of my house. And mama wants to go live her own life and has her own man now. So mama like, this ocean, this water that you used to swim in when you was a kid in a kiddie pool is full now. It's for big dogs to swim inside of. My man. So go find you a little kiddie pool to go play in and get the fuck away from me because I done raised your ass to this many years. It's time for you to go find a pool to play in. Okay. That's why men be like, you not leaving me, because they find comfort in your pool. It feels like mommy's house all over again. And you gave them unconditional love. They don't want to leave that security, that blanket. They don't want to leave feeling like, yeah, I'm in here safe and sound. They don't want, and they also don't want to do the work to keep up the house, meaning because you know your house, sometimes the roof will cave in. You got to get a new roof. Sometimes pipes will leak. They got to fix the leaky pipes. They don't want to put floors down, like put the floor down, you know, make sure there's flooring in the house so that stuff ain't leaking through the bottom of the house. They don't want to make sure the doors all are closing when they need to close. They just saying, this is my house that I live in, but they treating you like a trap house. Because that's what they used to do to their mama. But their mama finally found herself and fall in love with herself. She found her man that don't play about her. Not even with her kids. So now little JoJo got to go, or little Joey or little Jody got to go find him somebody to go mess around with. That's going to be like mama and be like, oh, it's okay, baby. It's all right. It don't matter. Bullshit. Don't be that woman. I was that woman for 9 months. Actually, for about 14 years. Okay, I was that woman for 14 years. And to still look like this, even after all of that, I get it from my mama. I look like my daddy, but that's one thing I get from my mom, to preserve my energy. So I say this to all the women who are still here, which is probably not many because most women don't be on the internet at 8 o'clock in the morning looking at another woman. But I would like to manifest more women being in my collective, being a part of my YouTube family. Not so many men. I'm looking for more women to be here because most of the stuff I have to say is more so geared towards the women. Like this reading was for the women. But I'm looking for more women. I'm manifesting more women in my collective. Because baby girl, baby guy, it's time to, realize that you are the prize. And men, you are the prize too. A lot of you men work hard as well, but yeah, keep your cup full. Like your womb is a cup. Make sure that bitch always got something in it. Pour the water in it. And then close it off. Everybody shouldn't have access to your cup all the time. Okay? So I hope that makes sense to you guys. What else? Yeah, get your womb in line with some other women. If you're a woman, get your womb in line with some other women and try to make sure that these women actually have their cycle during the moon. Like Google women who are on their period or speaking about their period in synchronicity with the moon. And be that woman to touch those women and get the whole entire frequency in the whole neighborhood on track so that everybody's periods are in alignment with the moon. Especially at least in your building. Like I'm hoping that at least every woman in my building, our periods can be in sync with the moon. So that, you know, we in tune with the correct frequency of the universe. And that's going to take some work, but I'm going to do the work. So, all right, you guys, I think that was the gist of everything today. We spoke about religion. We spoke about spirituality, marriage, and yeah, just again, spirituality, getting your spirit in tune with everything that's around you. So I hope that this helps. Hope that everybody knows that they have to get their wombs aligned with the moon. And I hope that everybody does their job this season, okay? Hope everybody gets what they want to manifest. If you want to be a big old boss, then be a big old boss then. But you got to actually know what it feels like to be a boss. You got to step into that shit. So that when this full moon comes around this season, you're there. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're there. Don't question it. Just be vigilant, be ready, and keep the motherfucking ball rolling. Okay? I love you guys. Peace. Oh, remember, here on this platform, you are heard, seen, and loved. Remember to always have peace, love, and hair grease and everything in between, because these are your tools in your body to help you manifest your dreams. Don't let nobody take advantage of you or your chakras, because, yeah, you deserve to be the best version of you. All right, love you. Bye-bye.